YouTube Rewind is officially dead. After limping along for several years after most people had grown tired of the format, on October 7th, 2021, YouTube put out this tweet that contains a tube filter article about there being no more future rewinds. I'm not sure why they made this announcement in early October, but it's better for this to be made earlier than to be expecting Rewind in December like we were in previous years. Rewind didn't happen in 2020 because of the chaos and negativity that comprised that year. According to this article, they didn't stop Rewind this year because of the backlash and dislikes that they got from it, but rather that it's impossible to showcase the diversity of the platform in a several minute long video. I do think they're telling the truth here, in that YouTube makes decisions regardless of the criticism generated from the community.
Excuse me, guys? Should I do this?
No, don't want that. No, we don't want that. That's bad. No.
Okay, I'm going to do this.
What?
But I don't necessarily think that Rewind's issue was the inability to showcase everything on the vast platform.
And for all the talk around how big the platform has gotten and how many creators there are and how global it is and how impossible it is to satisfy everyone in a single video, honestly, I think that's just making a lot of excuses.
YouTube was still a diverse platform in the past, yet up until 2016 or 2017, people still respected the yearly celebration.
2016's was good, not great. 2017 started the massive decline, and then 2018, well...
In December 2019, after the Watch Mojo style Rewind happened, MatPat made an excellent video showcasing the true problems of Rewind. These are different from the reason that it's never happening again.
Rewind's problems all boil down to two core issues. The first one is dishonesty. When multiple months feel a worldwide movement supporting an independent creator racing to cross the 100 million subscriber mark before a large corporate channel, that's something that I think you should probably cover. When a massive battle between two rival beauty gurus spills out into the mainstream media and sets records for unsubscribes in a day, spawning live stream counter trends that follow the drama, outright prompting you to change your platform, well, that's probably something that you're gonna wanna cover. When a Logan Paul versus KSI boxing match is one of the biggest pay-per-view events on your platform, that's something that you're gonna wanna cover. Second major problem, don't virtue signal, or at least don't tell us that you're doing it. That same message, was communicated through the imagery of the Rewind, a rainbow backdrop, riffing on the Love Has No Labels viral video, featuring creators of different backgrounds without feeling the need to explicitly call it out.
I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but YouTube must have determined that it would be more of a financial burden to take MatPat's suggestions when compared with not having to spend any money on Rewind each year. Or they simply didn't listen to their creators like they're known to do.
Please actually start listening to real YouTubers instead of whoever the hell you're getting advice from, because it's really bad.
Last year in my video about Rewind, I suggested that YouTube should have gotten creators like MrBeast to help them make Rewind good, and I suppose this is in a way a version of that. The creator-made Rewinds were well received because there was passion and purpose behind them, while the real Rewind made by YouTube eventually became a way of showing advertisers the top ad-friendly creators instead of the true trends and largest videos of the year. These creator rewinds also took into account both the good and bad, and were sometimes highly specialized towards that creator's niche. I've certainly been critical of Rewind in the past, but despite what people thought of the corporate pandering or cringe factor, these Rewind videos served an important purpose. It was brought up by Mark during the Unis on his final livestream that Rewind was like a lightning rod, and that is certainly true.
So people could have an outlet.
Yeah.
Give them something to hate. If YouTube's gonna get hated anyway, no matter what they do, be the lightning rod. It would have been a terrible move making the YouTube Rewind 2020, but God, that's what I think people needed.
Yeah.
People didn't make Rewind 2018 the most disliked video of all time just because of this.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
It was also a representation of the community's feelings towards the platform. The dislikes were about the problems, the unfair applications of rules, false terminations, and much more that's happened to cause YouTube's identity to be less about you. Despite how much Rewind was hated these past 2 years, creator reactions were overall sad upon hearing this news. It does sound like YouTube is planning something special for the future though, so at least there's something to look forward to. Here's Jacksepticeye talking about how he would have wanted a 10-year Rewind to wrap everything up. And Timeworks as well, asking why this happened. There were of course some opinions that supported this decision too, but getting rid of Rewind definitely is a case of YouTube losing one more piece of its past identity that we as creators try to hold on to. Here's what YouTube has now become.
So YouTube's 2019 Rewind happens to be the perfect distillation of where YouTube is in 2019. A neutral observer of what happens on the platform, completely disconnected from those things for its own self-preservation. Things that happen here.
The Streamy Awards are of course still happening, but the loss of Rewind cements that YouTube is no longer about you. It's about them. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do give me a like and a sub because that really helps me out, and I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye.